Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your astrologer Sanjay Kapoor from Kolkata, India, at your service. We've heard of success, but then we've also heard of failure. And if there happens to be some viewers today who feel that they have failed, they are failures, sure they can watch this show. Because it's only the failed people, the failures, who understand what it means to be a failure, what it feels to have failed in their efforts. In what they have pursued. It could be it could be going to a doctor and getting medication done, and in spite of that, feeling that you haven't succeeded in your treatment. You failed in your treatment. Don't feel good. When you feel you're financially a failure, you don't have enough. You might have had enough, but today you don't. Oh, don't you feel that you're a failure as far as finance is concerned? Sure you do. And you don't feel good about it. It disturbs your mind, your body, your environment, your thinking, your mood. It just spoils it. When you failed in your workplace, when you failed in your profession, you could be anybody. You could be a player, you could be an actor, an actress, musician, could be anything. And if you failed, in spite of having the capabilities, the talent, it feels miserable. I was just listening to the story yesterday about these two players, they started their cricketing career together. And the guy who was better today is living in poverty, whereas the other guy has become a multi-millionaire. They started on the same platform. And they were as good as each other. Failure in marriage, miserable for both husband and wife. So much of effort put in getting married and the ceremony and stuff like that. And your social standing also gets disturbed. Your social status also, it affects you, whether you accept it or not. When in spite of putting in the effort, the money, the brains, the hard work in your business, and your business fails, oh, you feel ruined. You don't know what to do. You can't think next. When you have the qualifications, you have the brains to get a good job, and you don't get it. You feel at the end of the day you haven't achieved anything, right? Nothing you've achieved. Failure in love. Oh, that's a household problem. when you put in that time, that money, that emotion, the sentiment, so much into a relationship, and it just breaks, oh, you could feel terrible. It breaks you, man. It breaks you. You can't think straight anymore. Some children cannot study because of their situation, doesn't allow them. Some of them don't study out of choice. They're just not interested. Well, either way, you're a failure in education. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I've heard this when I was very young, and I asked somebody, what do we really come to this earth for? I mean, I asked this question when I was very young to somebody, and he said, with an elderly person, and he said, we come here to make a mark for ourselves. We come to make a mark for ourselves. That's it. In other words, we are born to get successful, to become successful, to make an effort to become successful. And if that does not happen, then it's heartbreaking. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you can always consult me over the telephone by depositing my fees, and people who live in Calcutta can come to me in my own chambers. And if you're far away and you wish to have a small remedy, a powerful remedy, small in size but extremely powerful as far as my experience goes, that special amulet can be sent across to you in any part of the world. The price of which could be found out through the phone or the WhatsApp number which is on the screen. What would it do? Probably